Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and yesterday I put up a video, actually it was last night because we didn't get to the gym till the evening time, of me doing some PRs, and I hit a beltless deadlift PR on video. And the question always comes up of what's the point of beltless training? You can lift more weight, so therefore you'll get bigger and stronger with it. This guy or that guy says it belted training increases core strength. Why do you disagree? Look guys, let's discuss this from, again, a sport-specific perspective. I am not currently planning on doing any more powerlifting meets. I have no future current plans to be in a competitive environment where I can wear a belt. So since I can't wear a belt in any competitive environment, I don't see the need to wear one. And that's largely because my goals right now are overall fitness, overall body composition, well-rounded fitness. So I'm doing a lot more cardio. I'm doing a lot more higher rep work. I'm training exclusively beltless. And there's some points to get into right there. A lot of guys will say, well, it makes your core stronger because you can press, your abdominals have a wall to press against. Yes, you can get core activation while pressing against the wall. That's not necessarily making your core stronger in all environments. When you go to any environment where you can't press against a belt, you suddenly don't have that extra strength that you thought you have. If anything, you get really weak. You'll see tons of guys, for example, who might be similar size. You have one guy who squats completely beltless for a couple of years who gets up to, say, a 450 squat without a belt. And in the same training phase, his friend might get up to a 500 squat with a belt, maybe a 520. And they're the same size, and then you put them side by side and put the belt off, and the one who hasn't trained without a belt can't squat 450. He can't even usually squat 400. The guy who got to a 500 squat training exclusively with a belt, every time he got to 315 or higher, sometimes his squat drops to under 400 pounds. When he doesn't have the belt on, he doesn't know how to use his core without a belt. His core becomes suddenly worthless. He can't stay upright. He can't do anything without the belt. He's back to where a lot of people get after 1 year of training, even though he's a 500-pound raw squatter with the belt. Whereas in the guy who is trained without the belt and got to the 450, he can still squat his 450 without the belt. He puts the belt on, spends a couple weeks training with the belt, all of a sudden he's over 500. Which one really has the stronger core? The one who trained without the belt. And you put these people into any real world environment, you can't wear a belt on a playing field. You can't wear a belt in a football match, a rugby match, an MMA fight, a boxing ring. You can't wear the belt when you're out working on the family ranch, moving around big chunks of wood or rocks or anything you need to do. You can't use the belt when doing any sort of manual labor that you need to do. When you get into any sort of real world environment, all that belted training does not carry over. So it's fine to do some belted training if that's how you compete, but keep in mind that a couple of the top champions in raw powerlifting still spend half the year or more training completely beltless. That would be Dan Green and Jamie Lewis. They're both big advocates of it. They're both world record holders. And again, not to say that just because someone's a world record holder that their methods are automatically the best, but keep in mind they still train that way and they're still beating all these advocates of belted training. And remember, because it doesn't transfer as well as you might think it does to wear the belt as far as your core strength, anyone who competes at any sort of contact sport, anyone who's ever worried about getting hit in the guts on a playing field or a fight or inside of a ring should absolutely avoid training with a belt. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I will talk to you guys next time. But let me give you guys a bicep shot before I go. Oh, Mount Bicepius.